Hello and welcome back.
Chair, shut up.
Anyway, so I played a country show with the Luke Combs tribute, Like Combs. I had less than a week to learn the songs, and also I'd had other things on. Like, I didn't just have a free week. I've got some charts here. I've got the sound that I made on my Helix, and that's what we're going to look at today. And I'm going to make it available on my website then for anyone to use if they need any Luke Combs style sounds. There are some great songs, great guitar parts across the board. So I did my best to kind of get some of the details in there. I'll include some gig footage within this video as well. And it's probably worth mentioning, but around 96% of people who watch my content aren't subscribed, so if you can, before we get into the video, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, the gig was in Manchester Cathedral, and it went really well. On the other camera, you'll see that I've used the Strymon Cloudburst, and I'll just substitute that for another big reverb, basically. But anything really works for it. Although we were playing in a cathedral, the sound quality was actually very good. The acoustics were really good, so I was still able to use a lot of the ambient effects, and they still worked very well. They did have an amp on stage as a backline, but to be honest, I'd programmed everything through here, so it was just easier. I think next time I'll probably use an amp, but I just didn't have time to come down to the studio to try out the sounds. To be honest, it sounds good enough anyway. I think it's just nice having it on stage for sound, so I might split the signal next time and have a dry amp on stage. We'll see, I don't know. Either way, let's get into some of the sounds. So, there we go. Does that work? Is that going to be annoying? No. Yeah, so the first snapshot is clean. It didn't actually have any function, to be honest. This is used as a platform for my crunch sound. There is only one reason why I've got this snapshot, and it's because in the song, I forgot what song it is, Brand New Man, I start it with like this dotted 8th note delay. So as you can see, I have popped it on here. Something like that. That's the kind of vibe that it has. What is it? Is it a tape delay? Yeah. So I pushed up the flutter and the mix itself so that you can really hear it ringing out when I'm doing this. So yeah, so that's the whole reason for that snapshot basically. Other than that, I didn't use it. Let's just go by number. Dirt is just your all-round dirty. So for all those kind of just big choruses, hurricane chorus. All that stuff. We opened with Loving on You. So it's like... Also, in the stomp section, you'll notice I've got the poly capo here, which knocks it down half a step. The idea for this show is I wanted to do it all on one guitar, all on one thing. I didn't want to have to mess around. So it's knocking it down a half step, and I'm dropping it down to D. So it's technically in drop C sharp. So it can do the Be I Never Broke My Heart. The only thing is, I had a massive problem. Not a massive problem, but I realised there's a solo in it, and it goes something like that. That's in the drop tuning, and the tracking isn't particularly amazing when you're soloing, or can be a bit hit or miss. On the gig, I was just like, right, what I'll just do then is I will just come out here, jump into a solo sound, and I'll just solo in C sharp minor. And then I'll just come back to it when I need to. It's a very handy thing to have. And also within this patch I use for Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, I just worked it out in standard, dropped the bottom to C. My guitar's out of tune. So a little thing about that song, the C is very low for this guitar, and it's loose, proper loose. So when I'm playing these power chords here, I'm playing... That is tuned quite well. However, when you're tuning that low, it's hard really, when a guitar's not really used to it, to get the precision. And if I press too hard my little finger when I'm doing that power chord, it kind of just... really easy to knock out of tune. That was cool. We got a lead fuzz, which I used for a couple of things. One number away as well, I think, as I saw, I was like... Something like that. But it's just like a bit of a clear, more clear lead than the other leads that I've got on here, basically. Clean solo was more for like... was more for some of the rockabilly-esque country stuff. When It Rains It Pours. Something like that. All that kind of rockabilly stuff like in Wagon Wheel and things like that. Crunch Clean was for like nice. Ambient was for things like Fast Car. I did like a swell at the start. It was like and then I would move to the so I'd move around then to the crunch for Fast Car. And then we had ambient lead for things like Hurricane. Oh, I didn't have that mix. Oh, sorry. Okay, I didn't have that much on the Strymons. And then Oklahoma lead is just got a bit of a bigger delay. And I ended up using this for a lot of my solos actually, just because it's a bit smoother than the lead fuzz. And then after this, I played like a slide bit, you know, the bit where it goes. And then it comes back into the chorus. And that's pretty much it. So the ambient lead I also use for Where the Wild Things Are. But that's a lovely sound in itself. But now I'm playing with this patch, so I can play most gigs with these sounds, so... Anyway, if you like this video or the sounds, you can check it out on my website. You can always like the video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be fantastic. Please leave a comment if you can. Take care and all the best.